let's talk about Jason Tatum making a return back from his Achilles injury tendon. God forbid I said let's touch on Jason Tatum. Uh, got the pause police.
Yeah.
So Jason Tatum, man, Jason Tatum, 3 games back, 3 games back so far from the Achilles injury. He's averaging 17.7 rebounds and 4 assists. The Celtics are 2-1 with Jason Tatum being back. They beat the Dallas Mavericks in Jason Tatum's debut on the season, where Jason Tatum had 15 points, 12 rebounds, and 7 assists. Then they went on Sunday to defeat the Cavaliers, and then tonight, here on Tuesday, where we shooting the pod, they just lost to the San Antonio Spurs 125-16. Jason Tatum is playing exactly right now 27 minutes. He hasn't played went over or under. He's been playing right at 27 minutes. Tonight he had 24 points for a season high, 24 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists versus the Spurs tonight. Black Beast, did you get a chance to see his opening night versus Dallas, or just in general? How do you feel about his return thus far?
Remember that conversation we had on the telephone about, Boston not having enough? Uh, that Jaden Brown is getting figured out. That's irrelevant
Mm-hmm.
now. Uh, they have in my opinion, a healthy, uh, well experienced Jason Tatum. They're using him very carefully. They know their placement in the playoffs is sealed, and I feel like they may just be the one. Uh, I feel that there's no big heads in Boston. Everybody knows their roles, and with Jason Tatum really getting in there, I feel like they have no holes at this moment. I don't see any weaknesses. You have Vujicic, you have Kata, uh, White, Pritchard. These are all players that can go off at any given second. And even simultaneously at some points, two or three of them going off. So with all them being there and Jason Tatum having that ability to say, "Hey, I didn't play 60 games. You're ready for me for like a whole playoff series." Yeah, that's terrifying. That is absolutely terrifying. Uh, and to be in a position that they are, I think they're the third seed.
Nah, bro, they're a 2 seed. They are
Oh
on the
my God,
heels of they on the heels of the Pistons.
that is absolutely terrifying. Do they? I think, especially with Missoula being the coach, he can care less about being number one. He just knows that his best player is back, and his second best player is playing like the best player. And yeah, it's I love it. As far as like the decision to do it, like it's I don't see nothing wrong with it. He said he's ready to play. He had a whole summer. He had a whole holiday. He had All Star, and I mean, even the way he's moving, it's confident. He doesn't look hesitant. And I think the only thing that's stopping him from being like overly dominant is his minutes.
Nah, bro. So that's the thing, right? So tonight, Jalen Brown got ejected, and knowing now that he's only getting 27 minutes, Jason Tatum getting them motherfuckers up. He
Yeah,
chunking. Like the first 2 games, he had exactly 16 points. I mean, excuse me, he had exactly 16 shot attempts on 27 minutes played. And then tonight he had 24 shot attempts. But I think part of that was the fact that Jalen Brown got ejected in the first half, and then but I want to say in the first half, that nigga Jason Tatum still had like damn near 14 field goal attempts. So it's just like he like, yo, I ain't out here for a long time. I'm supposed to get these shots up, and that makes him dangerous when you're trying to take his over. I had Jason Tatum under on fantasy today, and thanks to Jalen Brown getting ejected in the first half, had Jason Tatum under 18 and a half first half fantasy. No, it wasn't 8.5. I had Jason Tatum under 18 flat fantasy, and Jason Tatum had 18.1 fantasy. That's gambling for you folks.
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this about Jason Tatum, guys. He wants to play basketball. Period.
he, oh, and
He
so
wants to play some basketball.
Black Peace, and for our football lovers, we're going to do our best to get to NFL free agency before we get out of here. Black Peace, are you still in belief that the Pistons have enough, considering what the Celtics look like with Jason Tatum's return?
Now, and I hate to shift. I really hate to. I'm just a
Well,
realist.
also before tonight on a four-game losing streak before defeating the Brooklyn Nets tonight, that being the Detroit Pistons.
Uh, that's gonna happen to a certain extent. When you're one of the better teams, you're gonna go on to certain losing streaks, maybe challenge games, maybe just a little fatigue, what may have you, injuries, what may have you. But I think they had a good enough team to get by with the way the East was at that point. Now that Jason Tatum is back, it's the definition of too much firepower, and they play defense and they have championship experience and playoff experience. It's just a lot that goes against Detroit for them being so young, just coming off one of the worst years in franchise history 3 years ago. It's a lot. With the way it was constructed, they had a solid chance, a very solid chance. But now that the kid is back, hate him or love him, Jason Tatum want to play some basketball, and he's not tight. He's not nowhere near the idea of he has what at max 40 games to play.
Do the Boston Celtics catch the Detroit Pistons for the one seed? Boston is 43. They're 3 games, they're 3.5 games back from the Detroit Pistons, who just went on a 4-game losing streak before winning again tonight versus the Nets. Do the Boston Celtics catch the Detroit Pistons for that number one overall seed in the East?
No, because they don't care.
I think they care, but I think
They
they
don't
wondered if they could get it.
because they number two. Who's all right? Who's number three and how close are they?
The Knicks are the Knicks are 41 games, so they're like 2 games back. The Knicks are 41 and 25. The Celtics are 43 and 22.
Detroit is still not in the 20s yet, right?
No, the Detroit is 46 and 18. Boston 43 and 22.
I think it'd be idiotic to press towards that, knowing the circumstances of your team. They need chemistry. They need to play some ball, win games that need to be won.
Darn, bro, you can call me a prisoner of the moment. Forgive me for interrupting. Call me a prisoner of the moment. Best of seven. Give me the Celtics right now. Best of seven versus anybody in the East. Best of seven.
Yeah, it doesn't matter though. I don't
I
think that
get you to your point. It don't matter. I get you.
it
It's
don't
like
really
that.
matter where they play at this point. To be honest,
And the thing that worries me about the Cavs with James Harden is I seen this on Sunday. It's like when Donovan Mitchell gets into a takeover situation, James Harden goes to sit in the corner, and I've always hated that like style of basketball of like the your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn type style. And so, like, seeing that kind of discouraged me about the Cavs to be like, I don't know if that's gonna work in the playoffs with Harden literally going to go sit in the corner and be like, all right, do what you do, Donovan Mitchell. But but yeah, man, yeah. Jason Tatum again, 3 games back. With the first 3 games back, averaging exactly 27 minutes a game, 17 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists per game in his first 3 games back from the Achilles injury, and the Celtics are 2-1 so far in Jason Tatum's first 3 games back, man. The doors of the pod are open.